Go to bed, Fred, written by Carly Mottinger. This is my dog Fred. He's my very best friend. There's one thing you should know about him. He hates going to bed. This is Fred's bed. See the sign I made? It spells his name. F-R-E-D. It takes a lot of work to get Fred ready for bed. First, I have to help him clean up his toys. Fred is very messy. Next, I help Fred put on his pajamas. Doesn't he look cute? Who's a good boy? Okay, maybe we skip the pajamas tonight. Fred loves a bowl of warm milk to help him sleep, but I'm only allowed to give him water because, as it turns out, milk makes him poop. A lot. I learned that lesson the hard way. Anywho, once he's had a drink of water, it's time to give Fred his special once-a-day treat from the vet. It's how Fred brushes his teeth. It doesn't really help with his dog breath, though. Next, we move on to bedtime stories. I'm teaching Fred to read. I think it's going well. When reading time is over, I put on a little bedtime show for Fred. He's a great audience. What do you call a dog who gets left out in the sun? A hot dog. Get it, Fred? Wait a minute. Is this thing even on? It's a lot of work being a dog dad. Hey, Fred, wait for me. Do you want to know a little secret about Fred? He still needs his fuzzy blanket to fall asleep, even though he's about 86 in human years, or something like that. I haven't completely figured out dog math yet. My favorite part of Fred's bedtime routine is singing his goodnight songs. I mostly make them up, but it seems like he enjoys it when I sing really high and play really loud. See how sleepy he gets? Finally, Fred gets 2 hugs and 2 kisses. He also likes it when I lie next to him for 11-9 minutes. Man, bedtime is exhausting. Am I right? Before I go to my room, I wish Fred sweet dreams. I nicely say that the kitchen is closed, so he's not allowed to have any more snacks. I tell him that he can ask me all his questions tomorrow. He has a lot. Do sharks take baths? What are bones made out of? Why are there so many snails? I show him that there are no monsters in the closet. I remind him that 3 nightlights are plenty bright. And no, he can't sleep in my bed with me because he's a big dog, and big dogs need to sleep in their own beds. I explain that even though falling asleep can be hard, he can do hard things. Hey, I think I hear my mom calling me. Brody, time for bed. That's me. My name is Brody. Lucky for my mom, I'm super easy to put to bed. Coming, Mom. Brody Bug, it's time for bed. Sure, Mom, I just put Fred to bed. Boy, it is a lot of work. Good thing it's really easy to put me to bed. Right, Mom? Wait, before I go, I should probably clean up the playroom real quick. The kitchen table sure could use a scrub. Hey, Fred, why aren't you in bed? Since we're both awake, how about we do a big messy art project? No more activities, Brody. It's time to go upstairs. Sure, no problem, Mom. Looks like Fred will be joining us. Between you and me, he's impossible to put to bed. Anywho, I'm ready to go change my pajamas 5 times. I've got a feeling you're going to love the books I picked out for story time tonight. Should we go get my glass of water? I want to make sure it's not too cold or too watery. Speaking of water, how deep is a puddle? Do penguins have ears? Are farts just burps from your butt? Why are elbows so wrinkly? After 14 stories, 6 games, 4 songs, 1 blanket fort, a round of blocks, and 3 puppet shows, I decided I was finally ready to break my handstand record. That's enough for tonight, Brody. It's really time to go to bed. Mom wishes me sweet dreams and tells me that the kitchen is closed. She says I can ask her all my questions tomorrow. She shows me there are no monsters in the closet and promises that my 3 nightlights are plenty bright. She gives me a kiss and reminds me that I'm a big boy, and big boys need to sleep in their own beds. Mom knows falling asleep can be hard, but she tells me I can do hard things. Mom, before you go, was that a yes or a no on the big messy art project? Also, remember the rock I lost? Now would be the perfect time for us to go look for it. Good night, Brody. I love you. See you in the morning. I should probably go check on Fred. He never wants to go to bed. Maybe after I rest my eyes for a minute or 2. SiriStories.cm has reading books, coloring books, games, and more.